Mike V, the head trader at Tradeview Markets. As we see our main screen, we're sticking with the routine today. Routines are what makes money consistency. All right, I'll submit my preferences on Mike V so I can get in there. The reason why TradeGate is free, bottom line, and able to pay well the people at TradeGATEHub, including myself, is that Tradeview is a major broker that charges the lowest commissions and the tightest spreads. And if we're able to do that, it's like when you see these restaurants, how, the lunch special, and you're skeptical, that's just to keep things going, keep word of mouth. It's like TGH, and then when you come down to dinner, then everybody, prospers and does whatever they want. So buckle up. Here's TGH. I sign in just the same as everybody else. Okay, I started posting last evening. Bad traders spend too much time trying to avoid risk. Much like the mantra of TGH, or much like life. Maybe it's because I'm Italian. I'm a guy that if I hear gunshots, I run towards it. You know what I mean? If I see if there's a fire, some people run away from it. I run towards the fire. I'm a little older now, so like if my wife once told me that she didn't tell me about something that was happening and fear for that, I would do something egregious and then hurt our family. So you have to think of these things. Bad traders tend to too much time avoid risk. I look for it. Hedge fund and commodities. Hopefully you took your time already. Qs. There's the range. There's the channel. Play it. Of course, we have important earnings coming this week. These are all the medals in terms of stages and breakouts and everything. Today is a one-day delay, maybe. As I said early this morning, I'll get to it in a second. Traders are cashing out markets en masse. All right, cash on the sidelines. There's a lot of things to be said by this, and I'll get through my basic plan and dissertation, short-term and long-term, when I finish here. I just got to keep going in order. Donnie Trump going there. Typical. All right, there's cash. But remember, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Mike Tyson. So people have cash now. They want to buy the dip on the video. Where is everybody now? Net positioning in gold. They're still not that heavily positioned, although, NDX is the most oversold since 2022. XLE chart that worked nicely today. Charts on the SPX tech share equity of a sector. Now, I'm going to get into something. Chart on the 10-year. Bitcoins by the lows. I'm giving you a chart on the 10-year. All right. I'm not giving you a chart on, DJT. If I'm giving a chart on the 10-year, you got to say what's going on over here. Futures going over, you fucking bastards. It's all right. We got the right stocks, I thought. Carvana down 3. All right, let's finish. Because then I'd be a hypocrite and not going against the routine. One thing I'm not is a hypocrite. Spot gold. I posted this 4 hours ago. This is from last night. Let's go here. All right, financial conditions worsening. What does that mean? Less liquidity. Less liquidity means bearish markets. That's a fact. The less the market, what's it? Stevie Burns says the same thing. Illiquid markets are bearish. And when financial conditions are tightening, then you got a problem. As Bitcoin's at the low. Everybody knows it's the Friday gap. They run into Friday, Monday afternoon fade. This is the easiest thing. If I had the discipline to just trade this, I should have a division. Friday afternoon to Monday late morning for freaking Bitcoin. That's my fault. Does it every day, every weekend. Goldman sees financial tightening. All right, I didn't make up the rule. Go right here. Google. I'm not saying it's an opinion. Whatever. Financial tightening equals what? I don't have time to type anymore. Anticipated earnings. Now, I will start dissertating. The big date to look for is May 1st. What day is May 1st? Let's go to calendar. May 1st is a Wednesday. That's the big day Yellen speaks, leading up into earnings. No longer do I think of these earnings, which, by the way, behemoths in themselves, Verizon reported, reversed lower, emblematic of what's going on with the market. Oh, this is not we need the short-term earnings releases. I post them monthly. That's not going to do it. By the way, another important thing, please do it. Please do it. I'm serious. It's been working. You don't have any share of these short Cramer ETFs anymore. Go watch Jim Cramer's next week ahead in the plan. Guy's got a plan. He's got a plan on earnings coming up this week. Verizon, GM. Said buy GM. I bought GM. Said GM Bills. I have it right here. Great. GM Bills. Even highlight. All right. Now he's going to tell you what it's a high level opinion, what to do with Spotify, what to do with ServiceNow. Meta is coming up this week. Netflix, as we know, had a huge Tesla. Pay attention, have a plan. Don't put your ego aside. NIVF, I'm not in it as I go right here. Why can't I, as I do my video, and I got some low floaters, why can't I have NIVF up 130%? Bitcoin lows, NASDAQ, Microsoft lows, JDST, Snap. Let's keep going with the routine. SPY bearish. They're going to go lower today. They took the up open, killed it. GDXJ came in. You know what a sale that was. GDX. DFC's hanging in there along that one. Bitcoin, Mara, Vert, SMCI, Rip and Dip, ARM, gains $3, ARM. Okay. Now this comes from an experienced contra trader. Experience means losing and making money on both sides. ARM, 121 to 86. What is that? 121 to 86. It's like freaking $40. Whatever, $38. It's up 3. It's a lot of you know what that says? Overhead supply. Thank God you were long. The market came in. The VIX still near the low though. AMD, SMCI, CELH, short them when they're down. That's when they work, not when they're up. Ouch. DFC, you suck. DJT, FCX, gave it all back. AV deal. I'm in that. Vertex, I came in that long overnight. No deal over the weekend. You punted. Everybody's in this thing for a deal. Schwab hanging in there. What's taking calls? This area right here. Top, center. Fins and oils. NVIDIA. Microsoft breaking. What's this chart on Microsoft? Why does everybody get so hung up on the symbols? Okay, suppose it was crude. All right. Pfizer bullish. That's what they're telling me right now. Pfizer 2-day up. All right, that's how I would. Bristol Myers, Merck. Somebody told me, don't kill the messenger. This is not investment advice, nor do I do it. But if I was on a 1 second, where are we? The Tradeview demo account, 1 click. The third thing that I mentioned after Tradeview having the lowest commissions, tightest spreads, number 3 is without those two and without service, it's irrelevant. You know, this is not a one-stop shop. Okay, get yourself a demo. Now, my point is this: somebody told me that Merck's coming up. I'm not in it. I'm getting freaking UVXY is flying. Market's gonna go red. I'm on this. What's going up now? AMDE and you going negative. AMD at one point. No, I'm not touching it. Notice nobody has ever said, like, I'm not, you know, like I'm in VFC, I'm in a couple of golds, but you can't fault me ever for saying once I'm trying to buy NVIDIA or I'm trying to buy Tesla. I bought TSLL a couple of times. Like, you know, I'm not buying TTD. I tried, punted it when it didn't work at the 200-day. So the ones I'm buying, all right, SMCI, ARM, Avago, Baidu. You know what I'm long? I'm long Baidu. Long Baidu. I'll show you. Settings, show position info. I'm long 1800 Baidu from 96.29. Why did I buy Baidu out of any other ones? Well, maybe let's reevaluate them. Like VPDD is up nicely. All right, holding some support. GCT, the best of breed, hanging in there, shaking everybody out. Just trading in a range, but it's a ripper. It's up $4 a day, want to give or take. LI, you can dismiss because that's in the auto sector, even though it might be a 1-day reversal. Wouldn't touch it. BABA, No use. JD, no use. But, well, actually, JD is Baidu is because I saw calls. That's all. Baidu calls. Semis. The first thing to give it a black eye was this one, Adobe. The first one to break. Then ASML. Oracle. Amazon. Coach said, the last one to go. Now, this is confirmation. An advanced trader like Dale Pinkert saw what was happening, and I get it, even coming out of the channel. Now is the time to short it or add to it. This is not my type of trade, obviously. Well, it should be because I always pontificate that the 50 days the do or die line for me to at least start shorting. Let's look at the other ones. Let's say Wayfair's, Wayfair. All those calls they were buying. Gerard posted the other Gerard. Thanks for posting on Friday. If you just thanks for toning in every once in a while, G Money. Hope you're okay. Wayfair, shorted. A little stretched, but okay, this is what I want to get into. This is what I have to start this BFC. Hang on, you bastard. This is my what I want to get into today. And it's important. Matter of fact, I got to shut off my screen. I got to act like I'm a teacher and shut off all the action so everybody pays attention. So let's put this on this. Because I'm going to tell you, this is more important. Astro Gumbo always makes fun of me because I'm not a macro guy. I'm sitting in front of the screen for 30 years. I'm highly educated. Don't think something sank in? All right, here we go. PCE inflation on Friday. This is Monday. We have, it's like hopscotch. This is the first block. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday, we have earnings coming into PCE inflation on Friday. Bitcoin holding up because maybe some diversification from the dollar. The positive that's going right now in the market, and I'll show here, I'm not going to treat obviously our mature audience trials. We'll go to the SPYs and go to the Qs, give it a, you can go to the IWM, go to the Russell, right? Positive is a healthy washout. The stocks that needed to be washed out. For example, your euphoric ones, SMCI, your roots, for example, your Carvanas maybe even. You know what I mean? That's, the longs, that's got a gap to fill. That isn't going up. It's a different type of chart. Okay. So like I said, a healthy washout. What happened on last week was just unwinding of crowded positions in those type of semis that everybody's been waiting for, the 7. So problem is that the indexes aren't really going anywhere because of all these mega stocks that are just, Apple. Okay, so Apple, may go down. It may go down another 5%, but it's with this, with stocks like GM, which I kind of like too. I'm not going to lie, acting well. It's just the index. I always say it, but I'm just being told it more than ever. Don't trade the indexes. I'm not saying egregiously go ahead and buy these low floaters. As a lot of quality names come on sale, nobody wants to buy a low floater and get stuck with it, right? At this level, somebody rather get stuck in Apple than a $2 stock, whatever it is. All right. Now the problem here is mega cap can overshoot to the downside. Okay. Now when mega cap, if it does overshoot to the downside, that's going to eventually start taking everything with it because people are going to start to raise cash. That's it. It's inevitable. And I understand that. That's why you got to keep the proverbial powder dry. I hate that term. I didn't start using that term, keep your powder dry, literally until a year ago. My friend Omar uses it. TGH member? Okay, May 1st, big day yelling. Number 2, sharp guys aggressively hedged. Hedge funds are long, and the biggest negative out there that the small speculators are still believers. For example, they just like I'm saying, they feel like they have a cushion in like a GM that's going up or a couple of oil stocks. But if they're waiting for these proverbial bounces to come back on mega or tech and they don't, then they're going to have to start to sell these other stocks. Maybe even me included. Put call ratios getting wiped out though. That's okay. All right. Other. Uh, Order of market drivers, in my opinion, yelling coming up, earnings. Uh, Popping stocks may put a Band-Aid on things, but as there's not much, not many Fed speakers coming into the beginning of the month. Yeah, liquidity will come an issue. Positioning is an issue. Don't let liquidity, don't be forced to sell. Sell when you can. And I'm doing something now. I had a long talk with Surfs Up Alexis this morning. I went on a decent run, but I'm good for some of these things that I'm waiting to pop. The longer something that takes, the longer it usually doesn't happen. I'm going to have to take some losses on some low floaters that I thought were going to, I know that if the volatility perks up and if things keep happening this way, I have to be confident in what almost 30 years that I'm going to make it back up. It's the right thing to do. Or you can just reverberate to a prong still. Everybody's got to take a beating every once in a while. It's not a beating. It's just you got to be responsible when you expand too many stores. You got to shut a couple down and concentrate on the winners. And that's what I'm going to do here. Uh-oh. Hey, hang in there. You're doing all right. Proper training. Tesla ALB Brookade. Despite record EV production numbers, shortage of battery metal looms. One of my biggest positions that I'm talking about is ALTM. I have 88,000 of it from 420. 8. Everybody knows that's my spec stock. My second favorite battery play is SQM. What's going on here? Why is that on there? SQM. I'm still up in it, but I gave some back. Best of breed, ALB. And I knew it was not showing well because the stock got it. If the stock ALB got upgraded by, I believe it was Deutsche Bank or the stock would have been up 10. It was upgraded the other day, it was up 3. It tried to break out and didn't. Price action, learn how to read the tape. Here's a couple of charts on gold for the Jesus feed as I'm going to sign off. There's GLD with GC gold. That's actually the futures. What are we looking at here? Down 5 or all right, we're going to consolidate. Coal, crude, same thing. Crude gold, sell semis, sell tech. Until then, beware of a washout. Beware of the VIX, the 10-year. We're back to being smart again. You know what I mean? Although I said don't really follow indexes, you have to follow uh, signals or not indexes. Is the TLT an index? Well, maybe it is. No longer stock picking. The market is bigger than the stocks at this point. The stocks aren't shrugging off. That's I think how I can put it. Let me sign off here. If we have any questions, Tony Pistachio, what's the problem over here? You don't have to do that during the video. You're not eating for 2 weeks. That's it. We're going to the vet. Come here. Come here. Questions? None? After the close on Monday. This is the list. Cliff, Nucor, SAP, the behemoth, GL. Oh, GL. You want to see a stock? GL. Oh, punch up GL. Nothing really. CR, Bro. It's going to start tomorrow. Cliff. I tried so much Cliff and it let me down. Position in equity futures by asset managers. Everybody's long with futures. Bearish. Put call ratio is the only thing in our favor. It's the only thing. And still a low. Yeah, let's give another one from Jesus. Electric vehicle used EVs, it now costs us half as they used to. Buy back this is what you have to know. I like it. You know what? There's another thing I want to point out. I don't like a lot of things. It's not like I like the Mets beating the Cardinals on a random Thursday. Only thing I like on my Twitter feed are important information that usually 95% of the time is for either Surf's Up or myself to post. So I like this today. This is important. Blackout, buyback, blackout ends Friday. I like this one too. This was important. What else did I like over the weekend? And I posted this on TGH. Keep an eye on energy early into this week. Here's the position in energy on crude. So go to my likes. I mean, it's not like I fled a lot of things where I'm like, liking, Yeezy's new sneakers. I mean, I only follow 70 people and I like everything that's important. Go to my feed. I'm not kidding. And if you're not really, really should do the right thing is follow who I follow. I mean, nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd. Nothing it makes smarter people hang around with smarter people. These are smart guys. You know what I mean? Kramer even gets back to me once in a while. Is the Jesus feed? Punch up the feed, Jesus feed. What is he saying 20 minutes ago? Here we go. Fear and greed, market sentiment. I am on the private one, but you know what? I'm trying to give you the tools, discern to have a long trading career, whether it be short term, long term, or just take money out of the market. All right, so I'll leave it there. I have to take more Advil. Elon Musk, he's going to say something. What does this guy say? Passive buys at 5. So right now, 5006. Best trader out there, future trader. If you don't know Mark Eckelberry, try to get on there, contribute, and try to help him out. Guy's a wizard. And he's saying as long as 512 hold. Now that's the line in the sand. So I punch up my chart and I know 1512. Obviously, I can discern this myself, but everybody's got a guy. I've been following this gentleman for a decade. He's the guy. Everybody's got a guy. You drop your car off, you're not worried about it because it's your guy. So I got go-to guys. Obviously, I'm not going outside of the box. I can see what he probably sees, but I have a handful of people that I see what the futures are going. Then I go to my stock picking. Then I go to my page and see what's moving with volume, and I'll leave it like this. Most active page. This is the lunchtime special. Talking about lunch. This is the lunchtime special. It's moving. Anything above? Yeah, edible. It's up 66% today. Normally does a 500,000 shares, done 10 million. That's for the active trader. Let's look for Tesla washout. Where's Tesla? Tesla. It does 60 million today. It's 1131. Normally does 100 million. Above range. AMD. So listen, if I'm looking for a washout and want to buy something, I want to buy something with low volume. I want to buy a capitulation. I want everybody to say, that's it, I'm out. And unless there's anything major for me to even think of it, which is this one I just hit, FXI, that's China. Bank of America, right? Didn't we want to short that one kept going? Like I said before, banks kept going. Uber, nice bounce today off the low, huh? Para, what's moving in the last 10 minutes? Percent gain is 15 minutes. Hopefully it's a bunch of mines. Not much. But it could be a low might be floater. ARM, off the low. ARM. Soxel, I bought some semis. Edible, I bought it up. MFI, not interested in it. Percent loses unless it's got to be golds. UVIX, all right, the UVIX gave it back. Okay, the VIX, so the VIX is in the middle of the range. It's a late Monday, it's a late Monday morning. A lot of things have been done or moved. Let's see what Europe closes. Let's do a little bit of charting, some volume. Let's plan ahead for earnings. PCI on Friday. We're on all week. Go watch Coach at 9:30. I'm out of breath. TGH, being here all week. All right. Remember, have a plan. An experienced sailor never learned to be an expert in calm waters. If you don't have a live account, get a demo. Learn one way or the other. Don't learn by me with real money. When I did it 26 years ago, I was in the hole. Actually, I never was in the hole. I'm not even knocking on wood, but it took a long time. Mike V, cheers. Thanks for listening. It's an honor. I'll try to do better the next time. TGH, fire up.